Hey, good morning, team. Welcome to OS 430 Change Management. I am Dave Plouffe, and your professor for this course. So, a couple of you have, I see some familiar names. So, a couple of you have taken classes with me already. So, you know a little bit about me, but I'm going to share for everybody else. So, I like to start off each week with a little video, what we've talked about previous weeks, some key points that I think we'll talk about this week in a little bit so you get to know me and I'm not just somebody grading papers and typing to you. Okay? So I'll tell you a little bit about my background. Now, my bio is posted on Blackboard, and so I'm a retired submarine Navy vet. I did 20 years, and then I did curriculum I wrote courses for Submarine Learning Center. Then I went to go teach at the Coast Guard Academy, and now I teach at the Naval Leadership and Ethics Center at the Naval War College. I've been teaching with Goodwin now for 6 years, and I used to be an adjunct for Southern Illinois University under their Workforce Education and Development Program. I'm also an American Council on Education evaluator. I do consulting with them, and I'm still a student. I got a couple of master's degrees, a couple of bachelor's degrees. My biggest regret is I did not finish my PhD in education when I had the chance because I got accepted another job and I lost my study group. So now I'm finishing my PhD in international relations at Salve Regina University. So see, yeah, it never ends, right? You just keep going. So, anywho, let's see. So OS 430, change management. Let me tell you a little bit about this course. So in this course, oh, look, I got my Goodwin sweatshirt on. Goodwin University sweatshirt. So anywho, change management. In this course, we are going to explore the science of organizational change. There's a whole process on why change succeeds and change fails. And I'm sure as you reflect back on your professional careers, you probably think of a lot of changes that have failed in your lifetime or you have seen them fail. And why? Why did they fail? There's a couple of really good resources out there, right? One of my favorites, John Kotter. He has a great website. Some of you I know already bought this book, but it's not required for this course. But this is John Kotter's Leading Change. And he says, hey, there's 8 steps, right? There's 8 steps to change management. And if any of these fail, then your change is not going to last. And it can be as small as moving a trash can, or as big as adding a department to an organization. Some key things, we have to build what he calls a guiding coalition. A lot of times, since we are in a hierarchical society, organization, right? The boss says, I want this to happen, and that goes to his subordinates, to his subordinates. And then when it gets down to the workers, they're wondering, why are we doing this? So he says, build a guiding coalition throughout the hierarchical. That's just an example. Throughout this course, you're going to be exposed to John Kotter along with your text. Great website, so look it up. Okay, next one, Bridges on managing transitions. This is kind of the foundational book. You know, when he says, hey, if you're going to change something, you got to put the organization in a change mode, then settle it, meaning hold it, and then assess and then change some more. So that, once again, that book you don't have to buy. You can just look at it online. It's easily available. Okay, now all of this talk on change, I'm going to share with you. I am in the process of a change with this course. I have never used this MindTap program where your textbook is located. This is my first time. So I am a little weary of this. I was very impressed, though, with the quality of their quizzes, the quality of the textbook, the quality of the case studies in there. It's much better than what we had before. And I am told that this is actually a much cheaper option for you, the student, than buying textbooks traditionally. So I share that with you because I want you to feel free to contact me. Everybody has my personal cell phone. Send me a text. If you take a quiz, for instance, and the grade does not show up in Blackboard, let me know immediately. And contact Goodwin, the Blackboard gurus, the IT department over at Goodwin. Because this is my first time using this program. And like I said, I went through Blackboard and it looked in MindTap, it looks great to me. I just want to make sure that everything is working good. So this course, the grading schema, which is in the syllabus, 35% of your grade is class participation. The case studies I include in participation. The discussion boards, which there's minimal in this class, there's minimal discussion boards in this class, are also in there. Another 35% is quizzes. These are those chapter quizzes that you take after reading from the textbook. 30% is the final paper. Now, the final paper, I'll describe a little bit now. 7 to 10 pages, APA, double-spaced. I want you to describe a change, that process that you saw occurring or you saw happening. This change can be successful or could not have been successful. But this is an academic paper. I want you to explain to me why. Why was it successful? Why wasn't it? Use Kotter's 8 steps. Use your textbook. Use Bridges. Use David Rock's SCARF model, which there's some websites I posted on Blackboard about that. And the SCARF model says why people are resistant to change. So for instance, C is loss of control. A is loss of autonomy. I'm feeling that right now with MindTap. I'm a little hesitant because of that. So there are some examples of that. Okay. So anyways, think of it academically like that. Don't just give me a paper saying, well, Bob didn't communicate it well. So nobody listened to Bob because nobody liked Bob. That's not academic, right? That's an opinion paper. Tell me there was a loss of communication throughout the levels of the organization because Bob is too senior. He did not build a guiding coalition with the third layer of the organization in accordance with John Kotter's 5th step. Okay, that's more academic. That is worth 30% of your grade, that final paper. Once again, like I said, 7 to 10 pages. I will stop reading after 10. APA references, the whole thing. That is due at the end of week 6. It is the 23rd of February. Okay, so that gives me 1 week, the last week, to grade your papers while you're in week 7, and then I can post grades and you can move on to the next mod. Okay? So once again, I can't emphasize this enough. I am fully available. If you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to text me. Give me a call. I work best with text, because I have a daytime job. I teach, like I said, I teach at the War College. So a lot of times I'm on the podium. But if you sent me a text, I'll get right back to you as soon as I can. And I guarantee you within a day. Discussion boards. Like I said, there's minimal discussion boards in this class, right? I thought there was enough work already. But a little thing about me, I do not accept late discussion boards. No. The reason being because if we are in week 2 and you are now posting to a discussion board in week 1, it's no longer a discussion. All you're doing is posting, right? Your classmates are on week 2. So there's no discussion. You're just posting. And I don't think that's fair to your fellow classmates or to myself. So therefore, I do not accept late discussion boards. You'll get a 0. I won't even look at it. And I think that's acceptable. If there's, a lot of the discussion boards that I put up, you do not need the text. So if you're worried, hey, I haven't bought my textbook yet in week 1, that's okay. That's okay. Don't let it stop you from participating in a discussion board. The discussion boards are supposed to replace the discussion we would have in the classroom. And that's the way I look at it. So don't let that stop you. Okay, what else? That's all I can think about right now. So once again, if you have any questions, any concerns, please contact me. Oh, wait, yeah, the textbook. So you have to go to the bookstore and get access to the MindTap program, and you automatically get this textbook that's in there on organizational change. If you have any problems with that, please let me know immediately, because I found out last week that the bookstore they didn't have the right book listed. So please let me know immediately. They got notified, but sometimes things happen, and we all understand that. Uh, okay, so yeah, once again, if you have any questions, any concerns, please contact me immediately, and I look forward to working with everybody throughout this course. Dave out.